I've been involved in robotics now for almost 15 years, and at different levels, from leading tournaments to coaching teams and being involved with teams. And I get involved with it and I spend extra time on this. It's a passion of mine because I see the impact that it has on young people. In addition to the statistics and the longitudinal studies and all that fancy stuff, every day I look at the kids and I see the difference that it makes in their lives. I see them growing not just in science and technology area, but also in their lives and their maturity and their ability to lead and their ability to help each other and to take responsibility and ownership of what they're doing. It's those intangible lessons that are really, really powerful in the robotics program that don't come in other curriculum areas. It's so much more than just the robot. There's so many more things that they learn along the way that's just such a high impact. Over the years that I've been involved in the robotics program, I keep hearing stories and seeing examples of the impact that the robotics program has had on the students. I keep hearing stories of students who just don't have a purpose in education. They may be getting D's and F's, just kind of getting by in school because they don't really have a place to fit in and they don't have a purpose. And when they get involved with the robotics program, not only does their excitement increase in the robotics program, but their passion for learning increases and their grades go from D's and F's to B's and C's or higher because they now have a purpose for that. I see them taking leadership. I see them taking ownership of what's going on. These are the intangibles that aren't learned in any other program. I believe the robotics program is very important for Adventist education. We're living in a world where things are changing at an incredible rate. Think about the Internet of Things, where our refrigerator is connected to our toaster, which is connected to our washing machine, which we can check it all on our cell phones and see what's going there. And while there might be a part of that that's a little bit scary or perhaps maybe even on the creepy side of who's watching what, at the same time it's an exciting era that we live in, and innovation just continues to change and grow. The jobs that our kids will have, our kindergartners, our first graders, our second graders, the jobs they have when they graduate from college may not even be invented yet. They will be doing things that we haven't even imagined were possible. It's an exciting time and we need to be preparing our kids for that. In addition to that, we need to be preparing students to be missionaries in corporate America, to be associating and connecting with their workers and making a difference in the world around them, to take these skills and these technology skills and use them to spread our message and the message of the gospel throughout the world in unique and innovative ways. We need kids, we need young people to grow up and be innovators in today's world. It's my dream that every student who graduates from one of our high schools will be equipped and prepared to go into any computer science or engineering program in college. Our students at every grade level need to learn coding. Our students at every grade level need to learn how to think like an engineer. An engineer has a process for identifying and solving problems. It's a way of thinking that is taught through the robotics program. All these skills, all these developments, how to work with each other, how to be gracious professionals, how to be kind while at the same time working hard to reach a goal. As the students progress from First LEGO League Junior to First LEGO League to the First Tech Challenge, they are learning programming, engineering skills, and the way of thinking that will make them competitive in today's world. I would say that the biggest challenge in this program is it's unlike teaching any other class that I have ever taught before. In most classes, I can give a lecture, and at the end of that lecture, I can give everybody a worksheet. And they all have the same identical worksheet. They fill it all out, and I have a stack of papers, and I can grade it and be done, and I can know whether or not I have an idea whether or not they've mastered the information. In this program, everybody's kind of doing something different. This is a standards-based approach. This is a learning objective approach. You can't grade it like everything else. At the high school level, especially in the First Tech Challenge, everybody is doing different things. I have people helping me out, adult mentors helping me out, who have just come in just because they care and they see the passion of what's going on and they're willing to help. But it's a unique program and it's a unique challenge as a teacher Is it a little more work than the other classes? I would say probably yes, and sometimes it is. But at the same time, the rewards are amazing because of what the kids learn and how they do it. I have parents and community members who have come and volunteered to help out in my classroom. I haven't gone looking for them. They've heard about the program and come to me. I have a parent who owns a PR company in town who works with the kids on their approach to businesses and the community members. I have another community member who is a retired Aerojet engineer, literally a rocket scientist, who worked on the Saturn V rockets. And he comes in and helps the kids with how they think and how they process the information as they work to solve problems. I have another parent who's a computer programmer who comes in and works with the kids and helps them as they do the programming aspects of it and works through some of the troubleshooting in those areas. These are just some examples of what goes on, but it's definitely a unique and challenging program. At the same time, as you step forward, step out in faith, people come and they see what's going on and see what's around the program and are excited to help and give of their time. What is so cool about the robotics program is it's more than just the robot. It's not just for the nerds in the class, it's for everybody. And while certainly there are some people that really get into this, these are skills that everybody should have a base knowledge of. I believe that every student in grades 1 through 8 and through high school need to take some kind of coding or programming every year. It's a base level of knowledge that they all need to have. All of these kids need to have a way of thinking to solve problems. All of these kids need to know how to work together in groups, how teamwork works, how to manage a bigger problem in a bigger project. There are skills that these kids pick up that are far beyond the robotics. So this is for everybody. Certainly those that are interested in science and math get something special and unique out of it, but everybody gets their own thing and their own advancement out of this program. If you are an administrator or a superintendent in one of our schools or conferences, I want to appeal to you specifically to be very supportive of a robotics program in your school. Take a look at what the changes are that happen in the lives of these kids. Take a look at the impact that it will have on your school, on your ability to market your school, on the ability to make a difference in the world around you. I challenge you to take a good look at this and find ways, unique, creative ways, to support the teachers and coaches in your robotics program. It will be well worth every effort and all the dollars that you put into the program. One of the things about FIRST that I have really learned to appreciate is their approach to competition. It's very much aligned with the values that we hold dear as Seventh-day Adventists. One of the questions I often get is the robot program, is that like Robot Wars on TV? And of course I say, no, it's nothing like that. This isn't about tearing each other down or tearing up another robot. This is about building each other up. And yes, while we're competing and we're working together, there are many, many nuances in the program and in the scoring that really make it to where you're really wanting them to do. In fact, one of the key things is if another robot has a broken motor, I'm going to loan them that motor regardless of whether they beat me or not. If I have a spare, I'm going to give them that spare. I'm going to help them be successful. If they have a problem and they come and we're in the middle of a competition, I'm going to be working with them. My team's going to be working with them to help them solve their problem, no matter whether or not they might be better than us or not as good as us. We're going to work together to make that happen. And that's the beauty of this program. It's cooperation, it's gracious professionalism, and it's healthy.